Hello students. So today we can continue with the CSS chapter, okay, cascading style sheet chapters. So today we can look into the CSS syntax rules and its properties, okay. So style sheet contain one or more CSS rules. So it has some rules like syntax where you can see that body tag and it has some attributes and the values given for the body tag. So this helps for the particular web page to uh, design in this format. So here body is a selector. Selector means where we have the HTML related tags. So in place of body we can have the H1 heading tags, then P tag. So those tags all we can include in the part of a selector. Then in declaration block we have the attributes and their values we can declare. So here you can see some example, that is font family Tahoma, Arial and sans serif. Means the body can have this type of font. Color is black, background color will be white, margin is 8 pixel. Here the value can be of pixel value also, okay. So the property is nothing but a attribute, okay. So this is rules of style sheets, okay. So we can look into the CSS syntax. A CSS comprises of style rules that are interpreted by the browser and then applied to the corresponding elements in your document. A style rule is made of three parts. So here a cascading style sheets are mainly used to apply the styles for elements. Elements is nothing but a tags, okay. So style rule is made up of three parts, that are selector, property, value. Property can be the attribute, okay. So selector means a selector is an HTML tag at which a style will be applied. This could be any tag like h1 or table and so on. So here in selector we use the elements or the tags. Here we can give h1 p tag, then a table tag, list tag also we can use, okay. So this is a selector. Property means a attribute, okay. A property is a type of attribute of an HTML tag. Put simply, all the HTML attributes are converted into the CSS properties. They could be border, color and so on, okay. So here in values are assigned to the properties. For example, color property can have the value either red or the its value. So here it has the value f1 f1 f1. So we can give anything directly, we can give it as red or we can use the value, okay. So these are the main rules. So here you can see one simple example. You can put CSS style rule syntax as follows. So this is a syntax, that is selector, property colon value. Example, you can define a table border as follows. So for applying the table tag, so you can give table border colon 1 pixel, then solid slash z00. So it's a color for a particular table, okay. So here table is a selector and a border is a property and the given value 1 pixel solid slash C00 is the value of that property. So you can define the selectors in various simple ways based on your comfort. Let me put these selectors one by one. So like that you can use any tags, any elements for the CSS, and you can use any properties for your website development and all, okay. So next we can look into pseudo classes. A pseudo class is used to define a special state of an element. For example, it can be used to style an element when a user mouses over it. Means when you use the mouse over it, means when you are using your mouse over and over, means when you are shaking or when you are moving your mouse from one part to another part, then you can have one element, that is hand over. Some mouse hand over an element is there. Okay, so style visited and unvisited links differently. So when you are using the link related properties, then you have the different we can use this pseudo classes and all. Okay, then style and element, when it get focus, means when you're focusing for one particular text or an element, then this can be used, pseudo class can be used. For example, you can see we are writing the style tag, then p is an tag, right? Then we are using dot link. Dot link here is a pseudo class, and here p is a selector. Selector means a tag. Okay, link is a pseudo class, and we have the properties that is text align, color and font size, and it has set its own value, that is text align is center, color orange, font size as 25 pixel. Then close the style tag. So here pseudo class is link and p is a selector. So this mainly helps to have the element for the links. So when you have the links in your p tag, then this get focused. Okay, the link will be in between the center, and it will be displayed in orange color, and the font size of the particular text will be 25 pixel. Okay, so this is about a pseudo class. We can see one more example for this. So here you can see unvisited link, so that we can give a colon link, that is color colon slash ff 4 zeros. Okay, so this is for unvisited link, and a visited link, so we have color slash another color we can set. So mouse over link means when we are moving the mouse, we can set another property, that is a colon h over. H over is nothing but when you are using the mouse movement. Okay, so that we can have another color for that. Next, selected link means when we are touch the particular, when we are activated the link, then it has the another color set. Okay, so these colors are maybe like red, blue and all. Okay, red, blue, green and all. So it's the values. You can directly give the values red, blue and green instead of these values, hexadecimal values and all, pixel values and all. You can give directly the values here. So this is the example for a h over. So you can use link, visited, h over and active. So these are all pseudo classes. So here the class selectors, we can define style rules based on the class attributes of the elements. All the elements having that class will be formatted according to the defined rule. So here the class selector, we can set the class also. Here dot black I have set it. Then I have used the color for that. So here this rule renders that content in a black of for every element with class attribute set to black in our document. You can make it a bit more particular. For example, h1 dot black. So h1 dot black, here h1 will be the selector and dot black is a class. Okay, so here class, by using the class also we can apply this style. Okay, so here also color can be set up. Okay, so this rule renders the content in black for only h1 element. So this will be applied only for the tag h1. Okay, with the class attribute set to the black. Class attribute is black. Next one is ID selector. We can define styles rules based on the ID attribute of the elements. All the elements having that ID will be formatted according to the defined rule. So here we can use the ID. In previous we had seen that we had used the class. Here we can give the ID also, that is hash black. Then we can set one color. So here this rule renders that the content in black for every element with ID attribute set to black in our document. You can make it a bit more particular. For example, here you can use h1 slash black. So here you can see we have used for class selector, we have used that dot, right? So when we are using the ID, we should use the hash. Okay, hash property. h1 is an tag or an element, whereas slash black means the slash is used for the ID. Okay, ID selectors. So here this rule renders the content in black for only h1 elements with ID attribute set to the black. So next we can look into the CSS in basic properties. Okay, one of the important concept of the style sheet, that is a properties. So here we have text property, list, border and font properties. So text property, so you all know what is a text and all. Okay, so you can see that color, which is used to set the color of the text. Values are like RGB, hexadecimal value we can give, keyword also we can give. Next, line height sets the distance between the line, that is normal, number, length, percentage. So in this type we can give the values. Letter spacing, increase or decrease the space between the characters. So we can give the normal or length. Text alignments, alignment of the text. Either we can keep the text left, right, center or justify. Text decoration means adds the decoration to the text, that is none, underline, overline, line through. Means when we are using the text we can give the these type of decoration, underline and all. Okay, next text indent, indents the first line of the text in an element. So we can use the value like length and percentage. Text transform controls the letters in an element, none, capitalize, uppercase and lowercase. So these all properties of a text we can use in our CSS style sheets. Okay, so here is one example that when you are creating the h1 element or for an h1 tag we can use this CSS property, that is text align colon center, text decoration as underline, text transform as uppercase, letter spacing 3 pixel, text shadow is 2 pixel, 2 pixel and red. So this particular property will be affected for the h1 tag. So in h1 if you have any text, then this will be applied for on that particular text only. Okay, so next one is color properties, color and background color. So must ultimately turn into red, green and blue instantaneous between 0 and 255. So its value will be around 0 to 255. Predefined names are red, blue, green, white and so on. 8-bit hexadecimal numbers for red, green, blue will be, so here you can see the hexadecimal number for 8-bit, that is slash FF 4 zeros, means the F is related to R and 00G and another 000 will be B. So we can give just 00 and interchange those F. Okay, the 0 to 255 decimal intentions RGB will be 255, 255 and 0. Percentage intentions, that will be RGB of 80%, 80% and 100. So like this we can give the values. Okay, so for example h1 colon color colon red. So for h1 element this for h1 text element this color will be applied. Okay, directly you can give the value also, predefined names. Okay, so list properties are like list style. So list properties, when you come into the list, you all know, you had studied that there is a three types of list and one additional list is nesting list, right? Ordered list, unordered list and a definition list, right? So here list style sets all the properties for a list in one declaration. So values will be list style type, list style position, list style image and inherit. So list style image specifies an image as the list item marker. So for a list you can set the image also. The values can be URL, none or inherit. Next, list style position specifies where to place the list item marker. Either it should be inside, outside or a inherit. Next we have list style type, that is specifies the type of a list item marker. It can be none, disk, circle, square, decimal, decimal leading 0, Armenian. So these are all some of the list style type. Okay, lower alpha, lower Greek, lower Latin, upper Latin, lower Roman, upper Roman and inherit. So this all we had studied when you are studying the types of the list, right? When you are setting those list properties or attributes. Okay, so these are the list style type, list properties. So example you can see I have set the unordered list. For that dot A. Dot A is nothing but a class. We had seen that is a class dot A. Okay, so by using the class we have set list style type is circle, like that dot B, dot C, dot D, square, uppercase and lowercase. Okay, next I have set the URL for UL, that is list style image, URL of one particular GIF file. Okay, So it's how we are setting the image by using the link. So next is a border property. So what all borders can be set into our particular web page by using the CSS. Border sets all the border properties in one declaration. We have the values like border width, border style and border color. Then we have border bottom sets all the bottom border properties in one declaration, so that we can have the values like border bottom width, border bottom style, border bottom color. Next we have border bottom color sets the color of the bottom border. It's having the value like border color. Next border bottom style sets the style of the bottom border, that is border style. Border bottom width means sets the width of the bottom border. We have the value like border width. Next border color means sets the color of the four borders. For example, we can give the values like color name, hexadecimal numbers, RGB numbers and a transparent inherit. Border left means the set the left border properties in a one declaration. Values can be of border left width, border left style or a border left color. Border left color can be sets the color of the left border. So it's a border color. Then border left style sets the style of the left border style. Next border left width to set the width of the left border width. So like that we have border right color, border right style, border right width, border style, border top color, border top style, border top width and a border width. So this all you can write down, okay. So I think when you read this text you will be understanding this all. So next we have got the font properties, one of the important concept, okay. So here when you're will be in exam they will be asked explain the font style sheets with its properties. So this is all you need to explain, okay. So you have font sets all the font properties in one declaration, that is font style, font variant, font width, font size. So by using the font tag only you can use these values, okay. Next we have font family specifies the font family for the text, that is font names. So we can give the name for the particular font which we need to use for the text and all. Next font size specifies the font size of the text. So it can be of in form of number, percentage and all, okay. Font style specifies the font style for a text, that is normal, italic, oblique and inherit. Font variant specifies whether or not a text should be displayed in a small caps font. So it can be of values like normal, small caps and inherit. Font weight specifies the weight of a font. It can be normal, bold, okay, bolder and lighter. So you can specify the values also and inherit carefully. Many of these are not supported, means when I said in our first class only, in the disadvantages of CSS is some browsers will not set the not take some properties into consideration. So this when you are working in your labs and all, you should be careful, or when you're developing a website and all, you should see that whether the CSS properties are working for the particular HTML document, okay. So here is an example for the font, that is body, background color of black. Font family is Verdant sans serif. Font size is 16 pixel. Color gray. So this particular will apply for the body tag. Okay. Next we have H1 tag, where it has a font family as Georgia serif, font size as 60 pixel and color as white. So this will apply for the only the H1 text in a HTML document. Okay. So next the important one is the CSS box model. In CSS, the term box model is used when talking about design and layout. So the box model is mainly used for the designing the box model when we are creating the HTML document in a design. The CSS box model is essentially a box that wraps around every HTML element. It consists of margin, borders, padding and the actual content. The image below illustrates the box model. So here you can see in the image we have margin, border, padding, width and height and the tags. Tags will be the elements. Okay, so when you're creating any website, we will be having some sort of box model. Okay, so if you want, you can check in your websites and all. Give right click and check the over the code. So the particular code will be in the box format only. Okay, so every code will have the margin, border and all. Okay, so here explanation of that different parts are content. The content of the box where text and images are appear means where we place some text and images for the particular website. Padding, it clears an area around the content. The padding is transparent. Border, a border that goes around the padding and the content. Margin, it clears an area outside the border. The margin is transparent. The box model allows us to add a border around the elements and to define the space elements. Okay, so here you can see the one small example, that is div. I have used div tag, width I have set to 300 pixel, border as 15 pixel solid green, padding as 50 pixel and margin as 20 pixel. So write down till here. Okay, so here the same code is there, so don't write this in your notes, just till here you write down. Okay, this is for your consideration how this works. So here I have an HTML document, and within this document only I have used the CSS style. This refers to the internal or embedded style that you have studied in your CSS style, that you have internal style sheets, inline style sheets and external style sheets. Here it is an internal style sheet. Okay, we have used the internal style sheet for a box model. Okay, it should be represent the particular text of a div should be represent in a box. So here I have used many tags like h2 and p tag and all. So here I have the div tag. So for this div tag only this particular property must get affected. Okay, here the sum of the text have been placed. So we can see the output of this program. So here you can see the output. The particular div text what is here, this had used this properties, that is it has a light gray inside and the outside border is as a green and all. So you can see what all properties you have setted here, that only the margin 50 pixel, 22 pixel, all are placed within the box model. So this is how the your output will present when you are using the box model properties and all. Okay, so here the div element have a total width of 350 pixel. That is how you can see. Div width as 320, padding as 10 pixel, border as 5 pixel solid gray, margin as 0. So here is the calculation for 320 pixel of width. So here 20 pixel left plus right padding and 10 pixel for left plus right border. So that we have got the 350 pixel. So width plus other values. Okay. So here we have used that. So here you can see the output, how the div tag is applied. Okay, so for here the picture above is 350 pixel wide. The total width of this element is also 350 pixel. Okay, so no need to write this in your notes. This is for your understanding how these programs get works all. Only you write till box model example. Okay, till here only you write your notes. Okay, so this is all for your understand how the particular box model will be applied and all. Okay, thank you.